Hi there, my name's Miles Pitcher. I own a company called Superior Lending. I'm a loan officer. We have helped thousands of families buy their first home. This video is intended to be an overview of the home buying process, and included in that process are the steps of the mortgage that you have to do to get the loan to buy the home. Many times you'll see a process of just home buying. Sometimes you'll see the mortgage process. We've put them together in this video. It's going to be high level. There may be some tips I throw at you. We'll start with this overview, and then I'll put some links to additional videos that you can watch if you want to dive into any of these steps. Thank you for watching this. Let's get going here. So first, let's look at the overview, and we'll talk briefly about each of these steps. So number 1, build your team. 2, check your score. 3, boost your savings. 4, get pre-approved. 5, define your must-haves. 6, go house hunting. 7, make an offer. 8, apply for your mortgage. 9, the loan process begins. 10, underwriting review. 11, get an inspection. 12, home appraisal. 13, clear to close. 14, close the deal. 15, prepare and move in. So let's start with number 1, build your team. This is probably one of the most critical pieces of the home buying process, is getting your team that you are going to use on helping to get your home. And that includes your realtor, your loan officer, and then down the road, you're going to pick your homeowner's insurance agent. Also, the loan officer is going to be critical. That's where I would start first, is with your loan officer, and then I would pick your realtor. I highly, highly recommend that when you choose your realtor, make sure they're experienced. They're full-time realtors. They've been doing it for a while. Many times we hear people who choose their Uncle Joe or their cousin Mary, and they just barely got their real estate license, and they have really done no transactions. This is one of the most major financial decisions of your life. Please make sure that they are experienced. I love realtors that are strong negotiators, that are going to get the seller to give you some concessions or better purchase price in buying the home. Check your credit score. So what we do is right now we help our clients, and we will do a soft credit pull. This doesn't hurt your score. It doesn't even show up. That's how we start. Getting your credit score and knowing where you sit on that is a very important step. Boost your savings. Now, there are loans out there that have no down payment requirements, 0% down. But if you can come in with 3%, 3.5%, even 5% down payment on the home, you are going to get a better loan and better terms on the loan, a better monthly payment. So if you can save up for that, please do that. But if you don't have monthly payment, if you don't have any down payment, still talk to your loan officer, still look at buying a home, because the 0% down loans are pretty good loans. Get pre-approved. This is one of the biggest steps that you need to do. It's going to make your offer on those homes more attractive to the seller, knowing that you've been pre-approved. So you talk with your loan officer, you provide your information. You don't have to get a hard credit pull. You just do a soft credit pull, but you get that all in place. And you're going to walk away from that pre-approval call knowing some critical information, such as what kind of monthly payment will you have on this new home? Does it match your expected budget? What is the max that you could qualify for on the home? What will your cash to close number look like? What will the total closing costs look like? Those come out of that pre-approval call. And then with that information, you can put it in the hands of your realtor and start looking. This must-haves is a conversation for you to have with your realtor, and understanding where you're going to buy your home, what type of home, and how many bedrooms, bathrooms do you need. And I would include in that the must-have of your monthly payment. Does it fit your budget? Many times a client can qualify for a lot more than they are comfortable with in their monthly payment. We hate seeing clients move into homes and feeling like they're house poor. We want them, it's okay to stretch a little, but we want them to feel good about that monthly payment in that home they've just bought. All right, time to go house hunting. This is getting out with your realtor, looking at homes. I've underlined here, be ready to act fast in a competitive market. This is super important that you are ready to act fast. You'll make an offer, and this is where you write up a contract, submit an offer to the seller. There may be some back and forth in negotiations, and if you have a good realtor, they'll negotiate hard on your behalf. By the way, most of the time, paying for that realtor doesn't come out of your pocket. The realtor is paid by the seller of the home. And when you look at what a price is on a home that's advertised, they've already most likely built in the fee or the expectation of what they're going to pay that realtor. So as you make that offer, you're going to get those in place. You're going to hopefully get it accepted. Oftentimes I see clients who are like, that home looks pretty good. They're out shopping, they look, and they sit there and debate back and forth. Oh, I'm not sure if we should get it or not. Let me recommend to you that if you think that home is a possibility, put it under contract. Here is why, is because many times, most of the time, within the contract, there are spots and ways that you can back out of the contract if you change your mind, or you find something wrong with the home, or you find a better home, and it won't cost you any money to do that. Just get that offer in, get the home locked up so that you know it's yours if you want it. And then as you go through the steps of the real estate home buying process, you'll have things that you go through that will make sure that that is the home you want. All right, apply for your mortgage. So now you have a home under contract. This is where you get everything ready with your loan officer, and you get all the documents gathered in: W-2s, 1099s, bank statements, tax returns, copy of your driver's license, W-2s if I didn't say that already. And your loan officer is going to package that up and put that in as the loan process begins. They'll do a thing that's called underwriting. Underwriting is where the guidelines are compared against what your file looks like. And as long as you meet the guidelines, you're going to get approved and get the loan. And that's what this underwriting review is. That's where an underwriter is going to check all those, and they're most likely going to come back to you and say, your loan is conditionally approved. What that means is things look good, but we need a few more things, such as we need the appraisal done. Maybe we need more documentation. Maybe we need some fresh bank statements or a new pay stub. All right. This inspection can happen right after you go under contract, or a few days or weeks after. But what happens is you will hire, and I highly recommend you do not skip this step, even if you're buying a new construction home, is hire an independent third-party home inspector. And your realtor can recommend who are some good inspectors in your area. They're going to go through that home and give you a big old fat report on anything that they find wrong with the home. Please be aware that you should divide that into two categories: things that you need to know about that are wrong with the home, and they're okay. That just comes with a home being a home. And then serious issues that you need to be aware of. In fact, it may be so serious you move on to a different home. But once you know what those repairs are, most likely your realtor is going to negotiate with the seller and say, we want you to fix these, or we want you to reduce the purchase price, or we want you to give us some money towards our closing costs because of these repairs that are needed. Do not skip a home inspector, even if the home is new construction. On new construction, the home inspector will find things that are wrong with the home. So just as you get that inspection report, know that there will always be wrong things. There's no such thing as a perfect home. Home appraisal. Once you've passed that inspection and things look good, you're moving forward on buying the home, you'll hire an appraiser. Actually, it will be hired through your lender to go out and do an appraisal on the home. This is a good thing. They'll come back and tell you, does the home appraise for what you're buying the home for? They'll give a value, and that's needed for the lender in order for them to give you the loan. All right, once you've turned back in all your conditions, right, those extra pay stubs or bank statements or whatever the lender is asking for, they're going to issue what's our 3 favorite words: clear to close. That means it's time to start scheduling your closing, and you'll go to an attorney or title company, escrow officer, and you will close the loan. Don't be scared. They'll have a big fat stack of documents that you sign. It can take anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour or just over an hour to sign all of them, but it gets the deal done, and then you will take ownership of your home. Now you prepare to move in. A few things on there. You'll want to get utilities put into your name. If you're buying an existing home, you'll want to change the utilities into your name before the seller shuts them off. Many times utility companies, whether it's natural gas, whether it's power, sewer, water, if it gets shut off, they will charge you a turn-on fee or to get that. But if you are just switching names from the seller into your name, there's not that reconnection fee. All right, if you have any questions on anything in that process, I know we ran through that quick. I'll put more links in the description here on additional details on some of these steps, but please feel free to reach out to myself, my team. We hope this is helpful. Thanks for watching.